Okay, here we are. I got invited to Banyan. Tarun's going to walk me through what I need to do and how not to screw it up. But he claims that this stuff is so simple, even I can do it, which will be impressive. So let's just get through that and see what we find out. So what am I looking at now?
Awesome. It's just a welcome email with some basic account details so you can get started.
Okay, so on those account emails, Banyan Security, your organization. Okay, you got a link for what is Banyan, your username and temporary password, and then invite code. So I guess I need to click this thing, right?
Just set password and get started. Yeah.
All right, let's do that then. Oh, there we go. There's progress. Okay, cool. So install the Banyan connector, download the Banyan app, register your hosted website or SSH, and invite team members.
So just the basic steps to get started with Banyan. Yep.
Okay, so install the Banyan connector, set up dial-out connector, run your apps and service over secure tunnel with Banyan. So this is what we're going to do on my server that I'm running, right?
Exactly. In your private network. So just click the button to get started here, and then we'll know what to do.
All right, start setup. Okay, and this is going to be running on my Linux SSH machine. No, yes.
Yes. So you can use either Docker or a Tarball. I think Tarball is what you and I had spoken about because it's a basic Linux machine.
Yep. So here is, all right, so we're doing all the computer stuff here. Terminal window, paste. Nope, that's not what we want. We want this command. There we go. Ah, nice. And that's how you know it's real, because the dogs are barking. All right. There we go. There's one easy command. Extract the tarball. There we go. Then we're going to change our directory to that directory. So I'm too lazy to type that. All right, there's that part. And install. Logs will be stored. Okay, great.
Yep.
I have installed.
Just come back to the terminal. I just want to make sure that it's running. Takes a few seconds to register. Okay, now it's done. So now you can say I'm done and you can go.
So that actually checks when you run that. Okay. Huh.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. Woohoo. Your Banyan connector's been installed. Woohoo. All right. Great job.
All right.
A little affirmation that you're not a total idiot. All right. I'm ready for step 2. Now this is on my Windows box.
Yes. On your client, your Windows box, we're going to install the Banyan app. And if you scroll down a little bit, you have to enter your username and password to register your client. And then once you're registered, you can access service. Okay.
Which you did. Yep. Login successful. Close this window and access the Banyan app from your desktop. So here's the app. You should still be seeing that. Yes. Cool. All right. And now continue. Corporate dedicated.
Yep.
All right. Install, which this is super great because I hate installing these things manually. So, and yes, I'm going to trust that cert. Device is approved and registered. Okay, cool. Here comes the Windows warning that everyone gets about everything all the time. Yes.
Awesome.
All right, now we're cooking.
So we moved a little bit ahead. Usually in the onboarding flow, it'll check if you have installed the Banyan app. Did it already do that?
Yeah, that came through a minute ago.
Okay, perfect. All right. So now you can go ahead and register your own services. You can test new services, whatever you want. So yeah, let's just register a new service.
I don't really have a domain or anything for this one, though.
If you just go up a little bit, you have to first give a name. If you just scroll up a bit, just scroll up a little bit. Yeah, you have to give it a name.
Oh, okay.
Why don't we do an SSH service, because that's what you have. So
yeah,
go back one. and just choose SSH. Yeah. Yep. And then you'd have to give the IP address of this machine. So in your terminal, yeah, if you just queue or open a new tab and
this one is 192.168.10.116.
right.
192.168.10.116.
Perfect.
That's the connection.
All right. So
how did we do this? That's what I was looking at. Okay.
well, we can show, we can now go back to the Banyan app, open it up. Your new SSH connection should be there along with other services and so on. So that's your favorites. You have not created any favorites yet. But if you come to your service catalog a little bit below, click on hosted websites or infrastructure and so on. So you have an example website, you have an example SSH server, and then you have this new internal SSH that you just created.
Which is the one I just built, right? Now just connect that.
Let's start with the website, if you don't mind. Let's click on the website. Let's open that, make sure that's all working.
Yep.
So yeah, you can just click on that guy. So this is just an example website that the connector has that's running on that domain. And it just says things are working okay. You can define new websites and so on.
Nice.
So that's just an example website.
Easy peasy. Yep. All right, let's stop sharing that and let's flip back over to the Banyan app. Lots of flipping here. Yep. All right, cool. And then if I want a favorite, I'm just guessing that star is the favorite, right?
Yeah, hit it. Yeah.
Infrastructure. So there's my internal SSH. And do we need to activate that, or is it already?
Yep. You just click on it to activate it. And if you have an SSH client, you just say SSH JSAT internal SSH, and that's it. You'll be connected.
Nice. And there's all my other stuff. Config. Okay.
Behind the scenes, we are creating an SSH config file with these parameters for it to be basically transparent for you.
Nice. And then we can see devices. Uh-oh, I need to patch my OS.
Oh, Chase, this is new.
Yeah, well, what's weird is I pushed out Windows 11 last week, and now it's out of date. So what are you gonna do? You know?
I see. Okay.
Nope. So
Yeah, and then when we can spend some time in the console, and this is essentially Banyan is scoring your device to make sure it meets your security standards, and yeah, the OS being patched is a pretty important one.
Yeah, I mean, I put Windows 11, which brand. I mean, I spent whatever it was, hours updating it, which Windows does. But yeah, now when I was running Windows 10 new patch, I'm good to go. Windows 11 new patch, I'm out of date.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah,
all servers.
And these are just different connectivity options within the Banyan app for you.
All right.
Most users just use the catalog and they connect to the applications they want. They don't need to come to any of these other screens.
Got it. And what are we looking at with this device trust?
Again, it's there are some types of applications, like on mobile, for example, where we do a challenge code to attest to the device, and this is used in that. Again, the user will typically not interact with these sections.
Yeah, because this is admin side. So.
Right.
Okay. All right. And you said we want to go back to the terminal?
Yeah, if you go back to the console, if you go back to the admin console, we can see some of what you've done.
On the Linux box?
On the Windows machine. On the Windows. The console.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, let me find out where that went.
So the dashboard, I mean, right now it's very simple. We just have one service, one device. There's nothing too complicated here. But over time, you'll start seeing more and more data as it collects. The reports are kind of basic and kind of boring, but over time they'll get better.
Sure.
If you click on Monitor and the Events tab, one of the things about Zero Trust is having a granular log of who's doing what on your network. And that's what this is showing you. it's Chase on a Surface Laptop 3 who logged in. So we know which user, which device accessed which application, and with exactly gory details on which groups they belong to and what the classification of the devices and the posture of the devices and so on.
And we're down to the second here. You can see, 32, 33. I mean, we're down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah. And then if you click on secure access, that tab, that's where our customers create different types of policies, and the policies uh, define what the criteria is to access a given application or a service. So you can block yourself if you add a trust score requirement. For example, you're at 75, so that's a medium. And you'll see there are some policies here that says hide trust score devices only. So you can customize these policies saying what is the level of trust required, what is the type of user who can access it, and get as complicated or granular as you need.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Yep. All right. All users, policy, inactives. Okay. And this is where you would create another one, web infrastructure tunnel.
Right.
Roles. Okay. Yep.
Roles are basically the different types of users and devices you have in an organization: admins, contractors, marketing, so on.
Just looking around a little bit because there's my machine. Yep, OS
Right.
is not up to date, which, like I said, right there's my proof. I'm updated. It's just I threw it off a little bit.
So you can come to settings and customize that. So if you click the gear on the top right,
Yep.
and device scoring under trust scoring settings.
Device trust scoring settings. There we go. Yep.
So, I see. It's a premium feature. I'm sorry you can't do this. But if you click on reset operating system is running, just click on that guy. Maybe so you can choose. We are tracking all the different OSs that are released. And for Windows 11, it's the last 3 releases.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's why mine would be out of date. Yeah.
And some customers, say that's okay. Some people want it to be tighter or looser. And so it's all being tracked here.
Nice. Okay, makes sense. Remediation. Oh wow, this is cool. So you guys are actually able to push out trust score remediation instructions. That's pretty slick.
Yeah. So on the Banyan app, we will have some remediation instructions by default, but different organizations, for example, if I manage a Windows machine, I may not want the user to go patch it themselves. I might want them to follow some other step. And so we allow people to customize that.
That's great. Firewall, okay, OS up to. Yeah, I mean, I can see this, this I always like to kind of talk about problems that you're solving, and a lot of times when especially small and mid-sized business, they're always checking the box of, do we have a fix for an issue? This would be a great way to send out, hey, your auth didn't work. Here's the thing to do to fix your auth, and it's very simple. Go click this to fix that.
Even in larger organizations, the amount of time the support help desk spends doing very basic things a user could do themselves, I've always been astonished by that.
Yeah, I can't like count the number of years of my life I spent in the Knox sitting there resetting, basic stuff for people. So it'd be great to be able to push this
Password
out.
reset is a great example. Turning on and off a firewall on your desktop, that's another great example. It's like you don't need a PhD to reset your password.
No, and in worst case, here's a Google link. Go, go fix it.
Yep.
Device scoring service tunnel. Okay, so that's the. We're using the free version. So for those that watch this, like there's a higher tier, but you guys are free for up to 25 users, right?
Right. So the Banyan product is full featured. The team edition you have is full featured for 25 users. There are some advanced capabilities that we currently haven't opened up at that tier. Most of them are around what we call enterprise capabilities, like single sign-on integration, tunnel integration, things like that.
Which makes perfect sense. Download for mobile stuff. Okay, there's your invite code, which we walked through. OTP, which is nice to be able to add that. Zero trust deployment using device manager. Okay, yep, push all that stuff. Service bundles. Yep, identity provider. So Okta, one login, also great. OIDC and passwordless. Yep, okay. Yeah, you've got a whole lot of features in here. I mean, sure, there's, when you get to enterprise, there's other pieces of the puzzle, but I mean, you could run a business off of the free if you got, 20, 25 users, no problem,
That's the objective. Absolutely.
which is great. Okay. Directory, we already went through that. Okay, there's unregistered, registered domains, issued certificates, which is always kind of nice to see what's there. Users, add a user. Yeah, okay, cool. Let's see, is there anything else I mean, your dashboard's really clean too. I can see why this would be easy to manage and kind of get through and not have to pay for another thing. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, and I'm just running one machine with one user or whatever. So yeah. So I mean, we did a little bit of jumping around, but we got it put together. Clean system, easy to install, plain English, which is always super useful, and you're just banging through it and doing what you need to do. And I mean, we even didn't show some of the clicks where I was totally forgetting how to use Linux for a few minutes. So mild old guy stroke or something, but it is what it is. All right. Well, Banyan security, useful stuff, easy, clean, do your thing and go on about your day. That's the type of tech everybody likes. I look forward to playing with this more. So Tarun, thanks for your time, and we'll get some more, and maybe we'll do a live stream and get some folks on here and play with it in real time.
Awesome. Thanks, Chase. Appreciate it.